Hey guys, what's happening? So, super excited about what you see in front of you. This is an M&P10 Sport 16 inch my wife bought for me for Christmas. And being the impulsive, overachieving person that I am, I did not spend any time behind this rifle in stock out of the box form. I simply started ordering parts for it and put parts on it. And then today, after getting all the parts on it, took it out to the range and, of course, every single round short stroke. So I just assumed, well, maybe I messed something up in the gas system when I put the low pro gas block on it or something along those lines. So I checked all my work. Everything looked fine. Still short stroking. Well, why is it doing that? Did a little bit more research. Got online, started looking at forums. There are a few people that have had issues with these short stroking out of the box. Most people will tell you gun runs flawless, love it, it's great, under $1,000 entry level 308. Awesome for, basic upgrades, and you have a decent rifle for, $1,200-$1,500 after upgrades and whatnot. So I started, let me check out what these guys are saying that have had problems. And what I have found is that a lot of guys think that these rifles may be undergassed. Undergassing in that the porthole, the gas port on the actual or under the gas block on the barrel is too small. So I checked it out. The closest thing that I could do by eyeballing it, I don't have any gauge pins that small, and I didn't have a set of calipers with battery on it. My battery instead of my caliper, of course, like always. I measured the hole with drill bits. The closest thing that I had was a 5/64. So a 5/64 drill bit is 0.0781 if you do your fractions of decimals. Now I did find a chart out there on one of the awesome rifle web pages that we have. And this chart is just basic information on minimum, maximum port size, per barrel length, per barrel diameter, and distance from the muzzle. So mine's a 16 inch, 0.750 diameter, pretty close to that in inches from the muzzle. And it has a 0.070 to 0.086. Well, when I put that 5/64 drill bit, which is a 0.0781, which should be right around in here somewhere, when I put that up to the hole, it was much larger than the actual hole that's on this Smith barrel. And the hole that's in the barrel, I think was more than likely either right at 0.070 or smaller. Now this is just Kentucky windage eyeballing it. It may have been a little bit smaller. It may have been 0.06 and some change. It was tiny. I don't know if that's something that Smith is doing intentionally. I don't know if this one just caught a production error thing. I don't know. But what I do know is that kind of being a chart that looked decently legit, I said, well, hey, let me try 5/64. And there's tons of videos out there where guys drilling out the 5/64 on all the rifles in mid-length form. So I said, well, I don't think it's going to really hurt me that bad, and I don't think it's going to be big enough to where it would be overgassing, damaging the rifle. So I went ahead and popped a 5/64 hole in it, which brought that up to 0.0781 again. I think that's going to solve my problem. I do believe that'll probably help this round out, and it'll probably open me up to different ranges in ammo, from softer loads to heavier loads, higher and lower pressure loads, whatever. I don't know. But today, whatever I put through it and whatever I didn't solve my issue. I thought maybe it was a magazine. Nope, nothing. Nothing stopped it. It was just rack it back, pull the trigger, round would eject real weak, and it bolt would short stroke, wouldn't come back, catch the next round to seat it into the chamber. I'm fairly certain I've got it solved. Tomorrow, I'm going to go out, run some rounds through it, check it out. If you guys have any questions or any concerns or any ideas or have had similar issues with the Smith & Wesson M&P10 Sport and it doing the same thing and what your solution to it was, drop me a message in the comment box or shoot me a private message or whatever on this deal, because I'd like to figure out what other people are doing, if there's an alignment issue somewhere in the rifle. But I'm pretty excited about this rifle. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to work really well. And it's just first little hang up out of the gate. Who knew? But par for the course. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions about the build, it's of course basic Magpul furniture. It is a Ghost Firearms 15-inch M-LOK rail. It's got a little M-LOK Piccaninny rail under the bottom with a LaRue quick disconnect on a Harris bipod. It's a Midwest Industries 2-chamber. It's a Nikon one-piece mount for 30 millimeter tube. It is a 4x16 by 44 Vortex diamond back with FFP minute of angle scope. I'm pretty excited about that. It's my first FFP piece of glass, so it's going to be fun learning that. But this should be a pretty good shooter, for what it is. I have ordered a ALG trigger for it. I did that before I shot it, and I was actually impressed with the factory trigger in this thing, off the one round at a time that I was getting, but the trigger felt good in it. And I do have a Radiant, Raptor charging handle coming and a few other little small things. But other than that, the guts of the rifle are pretty much going to stay the same. I think with a good muzzle brake on it, a good, free float rail, and maybe a little bit of a trigger upgrade, this thing probably get in there pretty tight. So needless to say, I'm going to figure out what's going on with the gassing issue, or if there's something that I did when I was putting the barrel back together, putting the handguard on, something, or maybe it was like that out of the box. I don't know. I never shot it because, again, I'm an overachiever. But let me know what you think, guys. I really appreciate your time. Happy New Year. Again, thanks. Let me know.